All right, guys, want to do a quick audio check just one more time? There we go. Just want to do a quick audio check. Can everyone just give me a chat back? Just give me a second. Are you here okay now? All right. All right, we're just doing a quick streaming live on Facebook right now, so if everybody could just, sorry for the little inconvenience, but trying to just get up with technology a little bit, and just want to make sure people on Facebook are watching this. We're going to start broadcasting live on our Facebook and Twitter feed, Facebook and YouTube. All right. Okay. So you guys can go out there and tell everyone if they can't be in the meeting, at least they can watch the broadcast live. All right. So anyway, guys, let's go right into it and talk about what had some what moved this morning. We had some really good pops this morning. Some of you guys did really, really well. Let's start off with the QURE trade. That one right there, you could see it. It went from right at the gate from 9.30, went from $12 to $16 long term. Look at that stock, 10 all the way to almost 16. Great, great move right there early morning. Pretty much dead right now. Other stock that moved this morning that a lot of you traded, GNMX. That one also still looks really, really strong. You know, it's pretty funny. I just told you guys this, and let me just bring up the chat so you guys could see it. There we go. All right, so when I bring up the chat right here, you could see I told you guys at 150, let me see right here. At 158, looks like a little bit of a Fausto flag on the GNMX, and then all of a sudden, some of you guys did pretty well, jumped into it. Ben, you bought 10,000 shares of it and made 11 cents on it. That's good for a $1,000 winner right there. So it was pretty funny, but when I called it out, that was like right here. I saw a little Fausto flag, and then it finally made its big pop. But what a nice little move right there. What a great trade on that GMNX. So hopefully you guys did really, really well on that one. That one was very, very nice. A couple other ones that did pretty well, too, is the U.S. Steel. That one went from 26.40 to 27.80. Nice little move first thing in the morning. And the IMMY, that one, nice little pop early in the morning hours. You could see that, $1.40 to 2.80. A lot of you guys did really well. A couple of quick little shout-outs, what I always like to do. Let's do a quick little shout-out. Who did pretty well on that? Mark made 40 cents on 2,000 shares on ADHD. Let's give him a round of applause. Dana made 40 cents on UNIT. That was pretty good. Steve made 34 cents on it. And Chris, he made 76 cents on the QURE. Good for you, Chris. And Lawrence, going to the next level, 2,000 shares on ADHD. Good for you. All right. So everyone's doing really, really well. Just to let everybody know that now you guys are starting to realize that it just becomes numbers. Once you know exactly what's making a big move, you could just basically just trade the, it's just more shares. That's all it is. So that's basically what we had for this morning. Once again, that's the past. That's in the archives. Now let's focus on this afternoon. So what's moving this afternoon? Well, a couple of stocks I do want to still keep on my watch list. And hold on a second. Just got to fix my legal pad over here. I want to keep an eye on this QURE trade. Nice little push right there. A little bit of a big spread. You got very good volume of 55%, breaking higher highs. Once again, some of you traded this one so far. I like that one. The GNMX, she's got some support levels right around here. It looks like she's starting to do her shakes. But if some of you bought a few thousand shares of it and you made some good money on it, I would just basically call it quits right there. I mean, listen, our goal is, if you guys are making $1,000 a day, that's more than enough, right? Now, there was nothing else that was pretty good out there. I mean, you could see some of the stocks up 18, 11, 12%. Adobe's doing phenomenal, but we're not going to go out there and risk $171,000, right? I always get somebody when I do a free event, but you could trade the options on that. It's so funny. If you can't afford the stock, you can't afford to trade. I tell everybody, options is just a leverage thing. It's not the the main thing of looking at it. You trade, so If you can't afford the stock, you can't afford the trade. And some people are like, well, then I can't afford the trade. I'm like, well, of course you could. Look at the GNMX. You could have traded that and made it would have risked a hell of a lot less with a bigger amount of reward. On the losers, the OPTT, this is that big winner we had yesterday. Obviously, what we always say, whatever makes the big gainers always shows up on the big losers. The rest of them are all garbage. On the New York Stock Exchange, I thought I was going to like this VRS, but problem is that the volume was way too light. That kind of threw me off. On the New York Stock Exchange, not a lot out there. I mean, the EVHC had a little bit of a movement here. It's up 8%. You know, it popped early this morning. You can see that's the day trading in the stock. I don't know. I mean, I'm not completely comfortable dealing with an expensive stock like that. I'd rather risk a lot less with more reward. The MD, that one's also moving really, really nicely. It's got a decent spread. Volume, then the volume is just too light. 800,000 shares is not a lot out there. All right, so not a lot out there this morning, this afternoon on stock picks. We got what, about 3 stocks right here. Wow, United Airlines taking a big, big hit. Just realized that. Wow, if United Airlines taking it, I wonder if all the other ones are taking a hit. Delta. Was it JetBlue? Oh, JetBlue's going up. Delta's kind of flat. Just United Airlines taking a big hit. Well, what the news on that is, that's not a good news. UAL probably still could be a short. I mean, support levels are at 55. UAL, throw that on the watch list. All right, so very, very small list. Looks like a lot of what we made was already in the morning hours. Usually the afternoon's a lot easier, but we don't get a good diversity of stocks out there, but we get good trends. What is what it is. All right, anyone, am I missing anything that I did not call out, fellow traders? Anything I'm missing? Market overall, completely flat. It was down big this morning. It made a big, big comeback. We're only down 10. We might end up being positive today. I think we got everything there. Chris says, what about the FSNR? Let me bring that up. FNSR trade. Great push. Stock had a really nice pop around 10:45. Went from 22 to 24. It's kind of flat. Not completely sold on it. Ken says the reason why it's going down because the security guy got fired. Well, they sure didn't. Maybe the lawsuit's kicking in now. Who knows? All right. So for X is running. Ted saying, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep the U.S. Steel on there. U.S. Steel obviously has got a great push, but it's got to break this resistance level, which you could see it did around, was that 11:15 at 27.80. If it breaks that, the stock could pop out. I like that one. All right. All right, so traders, that pretty much does it. Did we have a pretty good list? Let's go out there and see how things work out. Now, before we go, just one last comment I want to add to everybody. That, hold on one second.